Time now for France 24's international press review in the papers. Catherine Spencer is here. Burma, big story, headlines everywhere. How's it reflected today?
Well, I wanted to start with an editorial from The Guardian by journalist Simon Jenkins.
Okay.
Now, he says that as the world's focusing its aid efforts on China, it's given particularly Western governments a chance to feel slightly better over their handling of the Burma situation. And he basically argues that how on earth can... we've had all the leaders condemning George Bush, Gordon Brown, Nicolas Sarkozy, all saying that the way that the junta, the military regime, have handled the crisis by preventing international aid from coming into the country has been despicable. But at the same time, he says, how can these politicians spend the past 7 years intervening wherever the mood takes them, saving the Afghanis from the Taliban, saving the Iraqi people from Saddam Hussein? How can they justify their lack of intervention here? And he says that basically the wording of this of the UN law is that if it was, for example, an internal political conflict where there were massacres going on and people were losing their lives from this, then perhaps that would justify intervention. But because it's a natural disaster, it says that these are the wrong kind of bodies. But it's quite a scathing editorial, and he says that that offending national sovereignty seems to be fine when it involves oil, opium, Islam, or macho yearning to boost regime change, but it's not contemplated when it's just a matter of saving hundreds of thousands of lives. But on the other side of things, the Bangkok Post has an editorial arguing against intervention, and it says that basically the way that the Thai government shouldn't be pushed into intervention by the international community, because it says that it's very important to preserve warm relations with Burma, and that it's done everything it can. It's made token effort of condolences, and it says too many cooks spoil the broth, so that if everyone rushes in at once, then it's going to worsen the situation, although I don't really understand how that can be. But,
so the idea is that aid gets stuck in one place and they can't get it through, and
they're saying
maybe
that,
that's that. But
yeah, the editor says, we shouldn't just open Thailand's borders.
It's interesting that Jenkins, though, is actually criticising the West and everybody else when the government is actually sort of closing the doors and not letting aid in.
Yeah, but it says that actually this is really the time that the West should act, whereas the Bangkok Post is saying the opposing view, or that. But it does sort of make sense that we do intervene around the world. Why not?
But
there?
Clearly something needs to be done. What's
On
next?
a slightly lighter note, German daily Die Welt has an article, and it says, what's the secret of Barak Obama's success? Now, we've just heard that Hillary Clinton's just won the latest primary, but she's still nowhere near securing the nomination by the looks of things. So it says that his secret is that he's introduced hip-hop to American politics. And it says that while both of them have made, Clinton and Obama have made sort of celebrity references, Clinton's has been to Rocky Balboa, whereas Obama's referred to sort of this rapper Jay-Z, and he's much more street. He's seen as a lot more cooler, and it's a refreshing change, especially after George Bush.
Yes.
So,
Barack Obama as Flavor Flav, I can see it now. All that scratching is making me itch. Anything else?
Okay, well, very briefly, all the French dailies dominated by genetically modified crops.
Yeah,
Nicolas Sarkozy suffered a bit of a humiliating defeat yesterday. Basically, not only the left opposition, but his own party voted against him when it comes to GM crops, which France is generally...
Yet another setback for Sarkozy, it seems.
Another setback. And just finally, I wanted to move on to the Cannes 61st Film Festival.
Yeah, I bet you wish you were there, don't you?
I do wish I was there. Although the weather's not apparently fantastic at the moment.
You'd bring the sunshine, Catherine. Carry on.
Absolutely, but there's a whole range of stars there. The front page of the Figaro shows Julianne Moore, who's going to be opening the festival. And inside, it's also got some articles which basically say, what's the mystery behind all the films that are selected? I think there's 22 official offerings this year. And one of the criticisms that it makes is that, it does seem that they try to go for better known directors, and sometimes at the expense of lesser known offerings that perhaps are more deserving of selection.
It's amazing. You can't please all the people, can you? But nonetheless, Cannes, major institution, and of course we'll be covering extensively here on France 24 throughout the entire duration of the festival. Thank you very much, Catherine. That was our international press review. You're watching France 24. Stay with us.